Thomas was travelling on his favourite line to the beach when... Ouch! Where had the track on the bridge gone? Luckily, Percy came by. "Are you all right, Thomas?" said Percy. "Yes," said Thomas, "but can you get some help, Percy?" Percy steamed off. Tom lost the prank engine. I don't suppose you had anything to do with that, did you? Chomper arrived. "I'll soon have you out, Thomas," said Chomper, and he got to work. "Thanks," said Thomas, and they both left. Later on, Thomas was at the docks. He stopped to say hello to Cranky, and a grumpy bull-strode the barge. "I must go," said Thomas, and off he went. "Oh no," said Thomas. "I don't believe it. Twice in one day." Luckily, Percy had been following Thomas. "I'll go for help again," said Percy. Chomper arrived. "Oh dear, Thomas," said Chomper. "Maybe I should follow you, as you keep getting into trouble." Chomper started the rescue. "All fixed," said Chomper. "Thank you," said Thomas. "I'll try and keep out of trouble now," and he left. Chomper left and the docks returned to normal. Percy was worried about Thomas. "I'm going to follow you, Thomas, just in case you get into any more trouble." And they left. Thomas was faster than Percy and soon left Percy behind. Percy met James. "Have you seen Thomas?" said Percy to James. "Yes, he came by a few minutes ago." "Oh good, I'm on the right track then," said Percy, and he left. Thomas stopped at Maithwaite Station. "Thomas," said Sir Topham Hatt, "I'd like you to test out the new bridge at the busy junction." No, sir. Can't someone else do it?" "Go on, Thomas. It won't take you long," said Sir Topham Hatt, and off he went. Percy pulled into Maithwaite. "Have you seen Thomas, sir?" "Yes," said Sir Topham Hatt. He's gone to test the new bridge." "Oh no," said Percy, "not a bridge." And off he went. Thomas arrived at the bridge and stopped. "Well, it looks okay." And he started up the slope, stopping at the top. "I'm sure it's okay," he told himself, and he started to cross it. But his weight collapsed the bridge, which crashed down. "Oh no, not again!" Percy arrived at the bridge from the opposite direction and went straight up and crashed over the top of Thomas. "I'm sorry, Thomas," said Percy. "I didn't see you there." Luckily, Chomper had been following Thomas. "3 times in a day now, Thomas," said Chomper. "Now that's just careless." Chomper pulled Percy away first, and off he steamed. Then he pulled Thomas out. "Thanks, Chomper," said Thomas for the 3rd time that day, and off he went. With the bridge repaired, Thomas had to test it again. He stopped on the top, and looking down, he saw Tom Moss. "You!" Tom realised he'd been seen and made a run for it. Thomas followed, but Tom had too much of a start. The new bridge was a success, and James, Percy and Thomas all had fun testing it out thoroughly. Tom Moss had escaped yet again and was thinking of more pranks to play on the other engines.
Huh? What happened?
Thomas was on his way to meet Sir Topham Hatt, and he had to go through a tunnel.
Wait, stop, Thomas.
Oh no! What just happened? I'm pink! That tunnel made me pink!
Ooh, our turn! Ooh. Ta-da! Huh? Oh, it didn't work.
Thomas arrived at Chatsworth Station. "Ah, Thomas," boomed Sir Topham Hatt, "I have a special for you. You must pick up the kids from school today." "I can't, sir. I'm all pink. They'll all laugh at me. A tunnel made me pink." "Nonsense," replied Gordon. "Tunnels can't make you pink." "It did for me. It was a magic tunnel." "Well, we'll see about that. I'm going to go through the tunnel." And Gordon left to find the magic tunnel. "Out of my way! Important engine coming through!" Oh no! Thomas was right. Now I'm pink too. Oh, the indignity!
Oh, idea! What? Follow me! Yeah! Woohoo! Yeah! Woohoo! Yeah! Huh? Kevin? Kevin! No, Kevin! Kevin! Nya, 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 nya. Uh-oh. Kevin, no! Kevin! Kevin! Kevin, no! Kevin, no!
Meanwhile, Belle bumped into a very pink Gordon.
Oh, what happened to you, Gordon? You're all pink.
Oh, quiet, Belle. It was a stupid magic tunnel.
I want to be pink. You must show me where the tunnel is.
Oh, fine. Follow me. Thomas was on the other side. Oh no, not you too, Belle.
I wanted to be pink, Thomas.
How are we ever going to change back to blue? Asked Gordon. All three engines began to think.
Kevin, stop! Kevin! Kevin, stop! Huh? Kevin! Yeah! Kevin, you're back!
That's it! The minions know what to do. We must all go back through the tunnel the other way. And Belle, Gordon and Thomas all steamed back through the tunnel. Ah, that's better, said Gordon. Oh look, there's Diesel 10. Shh, no one tell him about the pink tunnel. I'm sure this tunnel can be very fun after all.
Uh-oh, that sounds like Tom Moss. And he's up to something. Oh no, he spotted a bridge that's still under construction. It's far from finished. Looks like he has a plan. Nearby, Thomas was hard at work. He came across the bridge and stopped. "How's it going?" asked Thomas to the digging rigs. "Well, it's definitely not safe for a train to use yet," said Chomper. But while Thomas was distracted, Tom arrived and tampered with Thomas's brakes. But he didn't realise. So Thomas said goodbye and off he went. But Tom wasn't finished yet. He changed the points to send Thomas towards the unfinished bridge. So as Thomas approached, he noticed that the points were wrong, but he couldn't stop. Thomas tried to warn the digging rigs vehicles. "Oh no, Thomas can't stop," cried Chomper. "We've got to do something," said Philip. So they sprung into action. Thomas was approaching very quickly. But luckily, they fixed it just in time.
Thank you guys, said Thomas. But he still couldn't stop, and he was heading towards Tom. Thomas started chasing Tom. And because Tom was in a hurry, he went the wrong way. He started heading towards the bridge. And then Tom got stuck on the bridge. Yes, we've caught Tom Moss again, cried Philip. But Thomas still couldn't stop, and he was also heading towards the bridge. And unfortunately, he accidentally freed Tom and got stuck himself. So Tom ran away, back into his tunnel. And Thomas was stuck. Sorry guys, apologised Thomas. Oh, it wasn't your fault, Thomas, said Chomper. We're just glad that you're okay. Let's get you off that bridge, said Philip. So Chomper helped him down. Thanks guys, said Thomas. No problem, they replied. It didn't take them long to finish the bridge. But Tom had escaped once again.
Today, a puppet show was coming to the Isle of Sodor, and all of the engines of the narrow gauge railway were very busy. Duncan was bringing the bunting. And Rusty was bringing the ice cream. It was going to be the best puppet show ever. One train had to have the most special job, to bring the puppet show. Skarloey wanted it to be him.
Please, Sir Topham Hatt, may I bring the puppet show?
He asked. Well, Skarloey, you have been a really useful engine recently, so yes, I trust you. You can take the puppet show. Skarloey was pleased. He coupled on and began his journey. The carriages were heavy, but Skarloey chuffed and puffed with all his might. Soon he met Rheneas.
Skarloey, those carriages look very heavy. Would you like some help?
Skarloey probably did need help because the carriages were very heavy, but he wanted to have this special job all to himself.
No, I'm fine, thanks. I'm the strongest engine on the narrow gauge railway. No, you're not. I'm stronger than you. No, you're not. Yes, I am.
Then an idea flew into Skarloey's funnel.
How about we have a competition? We will both pull the puppet show from both ends and we'll see who the strongest engine is. And then the strongest engine will pull the puppet show. Good idea.
So Rheneas coupled on to the end of the carriage.
Ready?
Skarloey asked.
Yes, let's go.
And both engines pulled. It was close, but both engines didn't realise that they were pulling so hard the couplings were coming loose. Suddenly, Rheneas' coupling snapped and Skarloey steamed off down the hill.
Ah! It's too heavy. I can't stop.
Duncan was nearby with the bunting.
Look out!
Shouted Skarloey, but it was too late. The bunting went everywhere, all over Skarloey. Duncan was angry, but Skarloey knew how important the puppet show was.
Sorry, Duncan,
He said,
but I need to get the puppet show there right away.
and he left Duncan. Skarloey was on his way again. However, this time, Rusty was nearby. Skarloey was going so fast, he didn't notice the points were set towards Rusty. Then there was trouble.
Oh no.
Exclaimed Skarloey.
I'm sorry, Rusty, but I need to go. I need to take the puppet show right away.
And Skarloey left Rusty. Once again, Skarloey was travelling so fast, he struggled to brake. Suddenly, Skarloey had crashed into the water.
Oh no.
He sighed. Soon, Rheneas appeared with Sir Topham Hatt. Skarloey, I am not happy with what you've done today. You have ruined Duncan's bunting, you have destroyed Rusty's ice cream, and you are now going to be late delivering the puppet show. Skarloey felt terrible, but suddenly he had an idea.
Rheneas, I'm sorry for saying I didn't need your help. How about you take the puppet show instead? I have some other jobs to do. That'll be great, Skarloey. Thank you very much.
Rheneas pulled Skarloey out of the water and began his journey delivering the puppet show. Meanwhile, Skarloey caught up with Duncan and gave him new bunting, then caught up with Rusty with new ice cream.
Phew, all done.
Relieved Skarloey. Thank you. You did that quick, Skarloey. Later that day, the puppet show was a success. Not only did the guests have a great time, but so did the narrow gauge engines.
Thomas and Percy were pulling trucks.
Are you ready for another hard day's work, Thomas?
Absolutely. Then they heard,
Look out! Express coming through! Make way for the important engine!
someday I'd like to pull the express.
You will, but it is good fun pulling trucks with you, Thomas.
Thomas agreed, so they continued with their job. They loaded their trucks up with rocks. And were about to go when...
Make way! Express coming through! Watch out, Thomas! You're in Gordon's way!
Gordon braked hard and stopped just in time.
Whew, that was close. You fool, Thomas. I said get out of the way.
Sorry, Gordon. I couldn't react in time.
Well, move now. I'm going to be late.
Thomas started moving out of the way, but Gordon was impatient.
Make way! Express coming through!
Can you believe he just did that? Look at my truck.
Come on, Thomas. Let's clear up this mess.
It took them a while to clear it up. So later that day, Sir Topham Hatt called Gordon and Thomas over.
Thomas, Gordon, I understand you had a bit of a disagreement earlier today. Thomas wouldn't get out of the way.
Gordon knocked my truck over.
Enough. Now, I have to do something about this. Gordon, I'm putting you on truck duty tomorrow. But sir, I hate trucks. I pull the express. Well, you're pulling trucks tomorrow. And Thomas, I'll need you to pull the express.
Oh, yes, sir. The 2 trains left. The next day, Gordon was waiting by the express.
Take good care of them.
Don't worry, I will, and he puffed away. Percy arrived.
Right, let's go and pull some trucks.
Oh, the indignity.
So they headed off to work. Meanwhile, Thomas was picking up his first passengers of the day. All aboard! The passengers were confused. Where's Gordon? You're too small to pull these coaches. I don't want to be late. You don't look as strong as Gordon. Don't worry, I'll get you there on time, reassured Thomas. So they all got in. But they wouldn't stop complaining. You're going too slow. It's a very bumpy ride. This isn't the way Gordon usually goes. Thomas wasn't enjoying this. Nearby,
Gordon got in trouble. Now he's pulling rubble.
These trucks are teasing me.
Just give them a little shunt.
so he did.
Hey, that was actually fun.
Let's fill them up.
Thomas was just around the corner, and he still wasn't enjoying himself. He stopped to talk to Percy and Gordon. Hi guys, Gordon, do you want to swap jobs?
You know we can't, Thomas. Sir Topham Hatt said so.
And Gordon's actually pretty good at this.
Oh, okay then, said Thomas sadly. So he continued with the express. He then briefly watched Percy and Gordon at work.
Look how many trucks I can pull.
Wow, Gordon.
They were having fun without him. At the end of the day, Thomas returned the coaches.
It's hard work, isn't it, Thomas?
Yes, it is. I don't know how you do it. And I'm sorry about earlier.
I'm sorry too. Pulling trucks is very tiring as well.
So the engines made up, and the next day they all returned back to their usual jobs.
Today, Thomas had to go to the swamp and bring back 8 crates of logs. He arrived at Whistling Woods. It is said that here the trees talk to you in a scary voice in the wind. So no train uses it. Thomas! But it was a shortcut, and with the time he'd saved, he could ride the bridges at the swamp, which he liked doing. He felt brave and went for it. That wasn't too scary. And very quick, said Thomas. Now to ride some bridges with the time I've saved. He spent some time on the bridges and went to pick up his first 2 crates of logs. "Now to return," he said. He offloaded the 2 crates and went back through Whistling Woods. The woods gave Thomas a message. "Slow down, Thomas." "I'm not going to slow down," he thought. "I want to ride some more bridges." He rode more bridges. He picked up the crates and off he went. And so it continued. "You're too fast, Thomas." Thomas then picked his last crates up, but going through Whistling Woods, he was going too fast and couldn't stop in time. "Serves you right, Thomas." He hit a fallen tree and derailed. No one could see him from the main line. Percy was waiting for his friend. "Where's Thomas?" thought Percy. He counted the crates. He must be on his last 2 crates now. I'll go and find him. Percy went down the route that Thomas should have been taking. Percy got to the log pile. They were all gone, but he didn't pass Thomas on the way. "I'll go back." Then as he was passing Whistling Woods, he heard "Percy." Percy stopped. "Thomas is in here." "He's in the woods." Percy stopped before entering the woods, and through the trees he could just make out Thomas. He crept forward. "Are you all right, Thomas?" said Percy. "Yes," said Thomas, "but can you get some help, please?" Percy steamed off to get help. He returned with Jerome. Ryan wasn't around and Percy just couldn't wait. Jerome got started. First he moved the fallen tree. Then he pulled Thomas upright with just one heave. "Thank you, Jerome," said Thomas. Percy took Jerome back. Thomas unloaded his last 2 crates. "Thank you for looking for me," said Thomas to Percy. "That's okay," said Percy. "That's what friends are for, to look out for each other."
All engines have their own jobs. Thomas takes Annie and Clarabelle. Gordon takes the express. and Edward is good at being a back engine. He also shunts trucks at the yard.
Yay, Edward's here! Hey, watch this! Jerome.
But the other engines don't think Edward works hard enough. Edward is too old to be helping us now, said James. He's too weak and slow. I say he should retire and be replaced with a new, faster engine. We don't need back engines anymore anyway, boomed Gordon. Big trains certainly don't need him to help. We are big and powerful enough. Maybe Edward should retire. What the engines didn't realise was that Sir Topham Hatt listened to the whole thing and came up with a plan. The next morning, Sir Topham Hatt told the engines he needed to borrow Edward for some important other work, and that Duck was going to replace him for the day. Bah, good riddance, said Gordon. We don't need a back engine anyway.
Yay, Edward's here! Huh? That's not Edward, it's Duck! What? Duck? Quack, quack, quack! Ooh, ooh, watch this! Quack, 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 quack! Quack, quack, quack! Huh? Oh, no, 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 no! Get out! Get out! Uh-oh. No! Help! Help! Stop! 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 Oh no! Ooh, uncoupled truck. Whoa! 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 Got it!
What the minion didn't realise, this is the bridge which Gordon crosses with the express.
Huh? Uh-oh. Quick, move! Move!
Gordon saw the truck and braked, just in time. Phew, that was a close one. But now the bridge was too steep. Gordon couldn't start up again. He needs a back engine to help him push the express. So Topham Hatt made sure Edward was ready to save the day. First of all, Edward cleared the track by moving the minion and the duck. Then came back to help Gordon up the hill. And soon Gordon had enough speed to continue without Edward. At the end of the day, Gordon met Edward. I was completely wrong. The Isle of Sodor is lucky to have a hard-working back engine like you, Edward.
Not only is Hero one of the strongest engines on the Isle of Sodor, he is also one of the nicest and kindest. One day at Farmer McColl's farm, Diesel was helping load milk into some of the troublesome trucks.
Take some of this, trucks.
Diesel, stop hitting the truck so hard.
You have to, Edward. You need to show them who's boss. Hiya!
Soon, Hero appeared to collect the milk. Good morning, Diesel. Good morning, trucks.
Oh, Hero, stop being so nice to them. All of the trucks are troublesome. You need to show them who's boss.
No, Diesel. You must be polite and kind to them. I am master of the railway. And Hero collected the trucks and began his journey. But what he didn't realise was Diesel had already spilled the milk from hitting them too hard. All of the way, the troublesome trucks were biffing and bashing, but Hero remained calm and polite. Sir Topham Hatt was waiting at Knapford Station.
Ah, finally! The milk has arrived for the cafeteria. I'll just get the milk.
Oh no! Oh no! I'm so sorry, sir. I don't know what happened.
Hero, there's still more milk to pick up. I hope this time you'll be more careful.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Hero arrived back at Farmer McColl's farm to collect the rest of the milk.
What's the matter, Hero?
Ah, Diesel, I delivered the first lot of milk, but it spilled all over Sir Topham Hatt. I feel so ashamed.
See? You should have shown the trucks who's boss and give them a bash.
No, Diesel, that is never the right way. It is always best to be polite and kind.
Diesel was angry. He thought Hero should listen to him and take his advice. So he thought he'd teach Hero a lesson. He quietly coupled onto the back of Hero's trucks. And soon, Hero was off, on his way to Knapford Station. Diesel kept hitting the trucks to make it hard for Hero, but Hero remained calm and polite. But when Hero began climbing the bridge, Diesel turned on his brakes, making it really hard for Hero. And going down the bridge, Diesel helped the trucks go as fast as they could. What's going on? Hero suddenly saw Knapford Station ahead and tried to brake. As Hero stopped, milk poured out of the truck onto Sir Topham Hatt once again. Oh no, said Hero. Diesel felt embarrassed, but before he could sneak away, Thomas pulled up next to him. Diesel, where are you going? Hero, why was Diesel pushing you? Diesel, was it you biffing and bashing me? And he spilled your milk this morning, added Edward. Diesel. Sorry,
I am very disappointed in you, Diesel. Hero has done nothing wrong today. In fact, Hero, I want you to show Diesel how to properly treat troublesome trucks. The polite and kind way. Yes, sir.
Oh, Hero felt very proud.
James was busy moving sheep around. All was going well. "Who put those rocks there?" he said. He looked around. There were no buildings anywhere to be seen. To make matters worse now, his sheep had escaped, and he was right in the middle of nowhere. His driver radioed the search and rescue centre. The search and rescue centre was a busy place, but when they heard where James had derailed, they said he was too far away and that they would pass his message to the West Coast Rescue Centre. The West Coast Rescue Centre was somewhat smaller and quieter. In fact, it was no more than a siding by the sea. And ready for action was Jerome. Fishing. He didn't have many rescues to attend to, and he liked fishing, and his hook could reach the sea from the siding. Suddenly Ryan came by. Jerome, we've got a rescue. Some sheep have derailed, and James has escaped and is running all over the fields." "Calm down, Ryan," said Jerome. "I think you must mean that James has derailed." Oh yes, that's it. Come on, hook me up." Ryan hooked Jerome, and off they set. In the meantime, James heard an engine. "Rescuers," said James. Unfortunately for James, it was Duck, pulling Toad. "Oh dear," said Duck. "I'm sure Jerome will be here sometime soon, this week." He left. Another train was heard. That was quick, thought James. This time it was Oliver. "Oh dear," said Oliver. "Your sheep have escaped," said Oliver. "I know," said James. "Sorry, I can't help," said Oliver, and off he went. James heard another train. This time it was Ryan with Jerome. "Oh, at last," said James. "Back me in," said Jerome. And Ryan did. Jerome spun round. First of all, he cleared the rocks from the track, and then heaved James back on the rails. The cattle truck followed. "Thanks," said James. "I need to catch the sheep now." "Oh, don't worry, I have a plan," said Jerome. He thought about his fishing. "What sheep like is nice juicy grass," he said, and he put some lovely grass on his hook. The sheep saw the juicy grass and followed the hook, which Jerome kept moving towards the truck. The other sheep followed like sheep, right into the cattle truck. "Thank you," said James. "No problem," said Jerome. James then continued his journey with the sheep. Ryan took Jerome back to the West Coast Rescue Centre and back to his fishing. Thanks for watching our story with the new Trackmaster Ryan and Jerome set. We've seen Ryan before, but this one has mud splashes, as does Jerome the rescue crane. Jerome's arm can be raised and lowered, and his whole cab can be turned completely around. His hook can be pushed out of the way for moving around the track. For a two-part vehicle with a crane arm, he is amazingly stable going around tight bends. I think Jerome will be used quite a lot in our stories as an alternative to the other rescue crane, Rocky.
Emily, said Sir Topham Hatt, I have a very important task for you today. I need you to take the soccer players to the big game. Emily felt very proud.
Thank you, Sir Topham Hatt. I love soccer.
The players will be here later, so come back in an hour.
And Emily chuffed away, feeling very proud. But what she didn't realise was that Thomas had heard the whole thing. Why does Emily get to take the players? I'm the most useful engine, thought Thomas angrily, and steamed off. Later, Thomas was still feeling angry when Diesel arrived. What's the matter, Thomas? He asked. I should be the engine to take the soccer players, not Emily. Wow, said Diesel. I guess you'll have to take the players if Emily crashes. And with that, Thomas thought of a plan. You're right, Diesel, and he chuffed away to carry out his plan. Ha 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 ha, chuckled Diesel. Thomas collected 5 trucks and left to find Emily. There she is, thought Thomas. Let's go. Oh no, exclaimed Thomas. I'm sorry, Emily. I'll go and get Rocky to help lift you back on the track.
Thanks, Thomas. I can always count on you.
But Thomas wasn't going to get Rocky. He was going to pick up the soccer players from the station. However, Spider-Man had seen the whole thing. Thomas arrived at the station.
Thomas, where's Emily?
She's really busy, so she asked me to pick up the soccer players.
Very well, Thomas. Take the players to the big soccer game.
And Thomas happily steamed away with the players. Soon, he bumped into Spider-Man. Hi, Spider-Man. Thomas, I thought Emily was taking the players to the game. Yes, but she's, busy. Thomas, I saw you crash into Emily. That was very mean. Thomas felt terrible. You're right, Spider-Man. I shouldn't have done that. I'll go back and help her out. And Thomas went to fetch Rocky to help Emily. Thomas told Emily what really happened. And again, I'm really sorry. The players are in Annie and Clarabelle. Take them to the big game.
Thanks, Thomas.
And Emily started her journey.
Thomas,
said Sir Topham Hatt.
I heard what happened. Even though I'm not happy with what you did, I am proud of you for admitting you were wrong and helping Emily get back on the track. Well done, Thomas.
Thomas felt very happy again, while Emily was on her way to the big soccer game.
Thomas was really in a mess. How did he get up a tree? And how was he going to get down? Well, it happened one very windy day. "Thomas," said Sir Topham Hatt, "I'd like you to go to Misty Island and fetch some more wood to help build the new track." "Thank you, sir," said Thomas, and off he went. It was indeed a very windy day. The track to Misty Island was long and very windy. One section of the track went through some dense woods, with trees very close to the track. Thomas stopped. "I don't like this wind," he said. "This could be dangerous, but I must get to Misty Island," and off he went. Although he was watching the trees, he sensed that something was wrong. He stopped. Someone had put a log under the track, and he was just about to derail. He then caught a glimpse of Tom Moss the prank engine through the trees. "It was you," said Thomas, who was pleased that he had seen the trap in time. But then there was trouble. There was a big gust of wind, and one of the large trees started falling. Before Thomas could move away, the tree landed on the track. The weight of the tree catapulted Thomas on the other end of the track high into the air, and he landed on top of some trees. Tom Moss, who thought his prank had gone wrong, started laughing. Thomas wasn't happy at all though. Then there was another big gust of wind, which blew Thomas out of the tree. He landed the wrong way up. Tom Moss left before he was found. Later on, Victor brought Rocky the crane. He backed up to Thomas and started work. With Thomas on the track, Victor left with Rocky. The track was going to be repaired later, so Thomas couldn't get to Misty Island. He returned back to Tibner Sheds. "I hear you tried flying today, Thomas," said Gordon. "The Flying Scotsman train doesn't actually fly, you know." "You were supposed to fetch some wood, Thomas, not chop it down," said James. "Well, I think Thomas was clever to spot Tom Moss's prank before he fell in it," said Percy. Everyone agreed that it was really just a very unfortunate accident, which really pleased Thomas.